Welcome back to FulCom Coffee Break. This week's a little different because as well as sending this out to the FulCom SLC and Fulton administrators, I have added the people who will be coming into FulCom next year. And I will keep you added every week. I'm sorry about that, but it is what it is. Every week I send out a video, or pretty much every week. There's been a couple of weeks I've been a slacker. Send out a video to my SLC with just some, great nuggets of wisdom. But I try to use it as a way to sort of stay in touch with everybody and to let them know I'm still here because they don't see me much. So this is the Friday before spring break. Actually, technically, I suppose this is the Friday of spring break. Because at 3:45 this afternoon, when your contract time is done, you are officially on spring break. And every time we have a break, the last 2 or 3 years, I've done this video kind of thing. Every time we have a break, I tell you the same thing. And that is this. There is a hard deadline today for kids. They have to get all of their work in. You may wind up with a pile of late work, and you are under no obligation. You have no responsibility to grade any of that work over this break. This break belongs to you, not to your late students. So, the door will start being knocked on, the emails will start coming, parents will start asking, when are you going to grade this, when are you going to get into Aspen, when's my F going to turn to a D- so that I know that I'm at least passing the class, and blah, 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 blah. The list is going to go on and on and on, and you need to just turn it off. Go have some fun. Relax. There is something I've been reading about a little bit lately, and it's something that I hope to do a little more of when I'm not driving 3 hours a day to come to work. And we call it retirement, in case you were wondering. And that is something that the Japanese developed called forest bathing. Now, maybe you've heard of this. Don't get ahead of me. Maybe you've heard of this, but basically it is spending at least 2 hours a week in nature. Now, in Japan, they typically go out into the forest. And the idea is to take a slow, deliberate walk. Take in the sight and the smell and the sounds of the forest. It can be done in any kind of nature. In fact, it can be done artificially through something like the Calm app. It's been interesting that I have started using the soundscape for sleep called Rain Falling on Windows. And I have slept better with that playing all night long, with that little bit of nature and a little bit of sound, a little bit of white noise in the background. I sleep so much better. That's not to try to sell you the Calm app because it's not cheap, but if you're interested, I can highly recommend it. Spring break is a good time to do this. Get yourself out in nature. My personal nature is to lay down on the couch and watch Netflix or whatever for a week. I will not allow myself to do that, obviously, with the trip I'm taking. But I highly recommend you spend some time outdoors because studies have shown that if you were to do this 2 hours a week on a regular basis, it is as good for you as an antidepressant. And Lord knows teachers can use some antidepressants. So, take some time for you, honestly. I'm joking around sort of, but take the time for you. Take the time for your family. Enjoy the week. And that's really all I got for you. We'll come back again. I won't see you next Friday, but I will see you the week after that on Friday morning. Until then, have a good time.